think fashion is a lot like sex. Just a lot of hustle and bustle, and you're left wondering, was it worth the extra work? This is what we call a creation. Looks just like a dress to me. That's because you're not familiar with the 3 F's. Pardon, fit, fabric, function. Curiously, there springs to mind 2 kinds of fashion wearer. There's the flawless fashion wearer who won't stop, and then there's the flawed fashion wearer who can't change. And if you're anyone like me, you'll fall into flawed category, where random and occasional are part of your daily routine. The problem with leopard print is it doesn't go with anything. I've always thought leopard print to be a little celebration of boldness, a quiet rebellion against the pressure to be invisible or understated, because surely being seen is being believed. I think it's time I took a holiday from fashion. So I've given myself time out from wearing fashionable clothes and instead permission to wear what I want, when I want. And that means every day for the next 3 months, I've decided to wear an item of leopard print. I hardly recognise myself these days. It's like a holiday romance. But the only romance I've had is with falling in love with living. To me, leopard print exists outside of fashion. Instead, it's a form of self-expression. It's armour with sass. It's sauce for the soul. And leopard print could be so good for you too, with its appetising colours of caramel nuggets of deliciousness, pleasing shades of rich chocolate, indulgent spotlights of oyster pink. These stimulating colours suit all ages, complexions and sizes. And the utter joy is it's calorie free. And if it sounds like a fabulous diet, oh it is. It's called the F Plan. If you have a wardrobe full of clothes but got nothing to wear, would you consider wearing the same outfit every day? Well, for 90 days, I chose to overlook fashion because it wasn't boosting my morale, and instead wear leopard print because it doesn't take itself too seriously. I'd followed all usual advice. Build a capsule wardrobe. Avoid clashing colours. Never wear silver and gold together. But even when you dress sensibly, alt folk I know doing it this way agree. It takes alt fun and spontaneity out of being your true self. So in this video, I'm going to reveal why you should think twice before abandoning yourself completely to fashion. Take, for example, your flawless fashion wearer. She fashions most of the time, scheduling into her diary various habits for different days, weeks, even seasons. At the end of last winter, she took influence from fashion articles, informing her it's outrage to do as Italian women do and partake in the ritual of swapping out their winter attire for summer clothes, whereby all winter clothes, footwear, bags, belts are cleaned and moved into suitcases and drawers. In exchange, summer clothes are welcome back into wardrobe. She's reliably informed it's called change at season. Taking relish in adding, you've got to make it look messy before it looks pretty. But as a flawed fashion wearer with a random nature, I didn't know I'd be changing my entire wardrobe that season, nor do I care to. It would dishearten me to know that that was the shape of next weekend, or could involve taking a full day off from work. I'd much rather just let it happen, or better still, avoid it completely. But occasionally, every so occasionally, I dilly-dally with the idea of becoming flawless. And when that flight of fancy looms into view over that pile of dirty clothes rising like sourdough, how does one see off or hear off the flawless fashion wearer who dutifully remains a slave to fashion? Crucially, you must remember, her constant conversations of designer clothes is dismal talk. It's a sort of talk that calls for sleep and then stops it. The question we should ask ourselves at times like these are, who are we fashioning for? Typically not friends or family. It's unlikely they'll unfriend you or ask you to move to another district. At worst, they'll affectionately think of you as rather quaint. And as for colleagues, it's more about blending in. Personal expression is set to a minimum with work clothes. Other priorities take hold, such as, will it travel well without looking too shabby too quickly? Does it have enough give if I overreach myself? Sensitive colours are to be avoided where at all possible, noting that lighter shades are more unforgiving to spoils, spillages, slip-ups. Plus, one should be mindful. Fashion by its very name is constantly gazing towards the next phase. It's consumerism on steroids. Romantic partners, with a few dire exceptions, don't care that much about your taste in clothing either. They want a modest measure of presentability, no more. They'd rather not be bothered with where you shopped it from, unless it starts impinging on your dual finances or lifestyle. Therefore, modest measure is the thing to remember. And don't let it be underestimated by others. Keep in mind, women have a tendency to grow more stylish the older they grow. Another note before we press forward. Never think too harshly about someone else's fashion style, nor talk too harshly about it either. We've no idea what shape of day she may be up against. Perhaps she suffers vertigo at the sight of seeing top-price tickets swinging from garments because her bank manager refused to grant her a loan to aid a cushion of comfort for her divorce. And don't be too cynical if you consider her too immaculate. Perhaps she suffers from hot flashes at the sight of seeing a pork pie hat because of her partner's infuriating habit of biting off crusts off pork pies and leaving them in the refrigerator rather than binning them. But there are many things we can't know for sure, and as we try to live the best we can through our problems, it's only right we hold our tongues. Consider for one moment these red-tongued leopard print shoes. They're a gentle reminder to their wearer to never forget her true voice, the voice that can be squeezed into smallness when immersed into other influences. Before you know it, you've lost yourself completely to others. Instead, reconnect. To gal you used to be. Don't silence her totally. Remember, she got you to where you are today. If you abandon yourself completely, you leave room for those unafraid to take up space and thrive in your place. So don't minimise yourself. Don't leave yourself out of voice. Match action and promises to clothes you choose to wear and let them uplift you to be the brazen bitch you dare to want to be.
Wardrobe full of clothes and got nothing to wear. But with leopard print you will never despair. Out of the bag you let the cat. Yeah. Leopard print, dress it up or dress it down. Take it out or lounge about. Out of the bag you let the cat. Yeah. Caramel nuggets of deliciousness. Leopard print, pleasing shades of rich chocolate.